Jack's story. Once upon a time, in a small, picturesque village nestled between rolling hills and lush green meadows, there lived a young boy named Jack. Jack was known for his bright eyes, boundless energy, and insatiable curiosity. However, he also had a reputation for being a bit careless and impatient, often overlooking the importance of thinking things through. Jack lived with his widowed mother Martha, who worked tirelessly to make ends meet. She was a wise and kind woman who always tried to instill good values in her son. Despite her best efforts, Jack often found himself in trouble due to his impulsive nature. One sunny morning, Jack was wandering through the village market when he overheard a group of villagers talking about a hidden treasure rumored to be buried in the dense forest on the outskirts of the village. The mere mention of treasure sparked Jack's imagination. "If I find the treasure," he thought, "I can take care of my mother and live a life of luxury." Without wasting a moment, Jack rushed home and grabbed an old map he had found in the attic years ago. The map, though faded and tattered, seemed to indicate the location of a treasure deep within the forest. Excited and determined, Jack decided to set out on the adventure immediately. Before leaving, Jack's mother cautioned him. "Jack, remember, the forest is vast and dangerous. Don't let greed cloud your judgment. Always stay true to yourself and make wise decisions." Jack nodded impatiently, barely paying attention to her words, and set off on his journey. As Jack ventured into the forest, he marveled at its beauty. The tall trees formed a canopy overhead, and the air was filled with the chirping of birds and the rustling of leaves. However, as he delved deeper, the forest grew darker and more foreboding. The path became less defined, and Jack realized he had to rely on his instincts and the map to guide him. After hours of walking, Jack stumbled upon a clearing where he encountered an old man sitting on a rock. The man had a long white beard and piercing eyes that seemed to look straight into Jack's soul. "Where are you headed, young one?" the old man asked in a deep, gravelly voice. "I'm searching for the treasure hidden in this forest," Jack replied confidently, showing the old man his map. The old man studied the map and then looked at Jack. "The treasure you seek is not just gold and jewels. To find it you must pass 3 tests. Are you willing to take on the challenge?" Jack hesitated for a moment but then nodded eagerly. "Yes, I'm ready." The old man smiled faintly and handed Jack a small wooden box. "Take this with you. It will guide you when the time comes. But remember, the true treasure lies not in wealth but in wisdom and character." Jack tucked the box into his bag and continued on his journey. As he ventured further, he encountered the first test, a wide river with a rickety bridge. The bridge looked fragile, and the river below was teeming with crocodiles. Nearby, Jack noticed a group of animals, a deer, a rabbit, and a bird, struggling to cross the river. Jack had a choice. He could either risk crossing the bridge alone to save time or help the animals find a safer way across. Remembering his mother's advice, Jack decided to help the animals. He found a sturdy log and used it to create a makeshift bridge. The animals crossed safely, and in return, the bird handed him a feather, saying, "This will help you when you're in need." Feeling a sense of accomplishment, Jack moved on. His next challenge came in the form of a dark cave guarded by a ferocious wolf. The wolf growled menacingly, barring Jack's way. Jack remembered the wooden box and decided to open it. Inside, he found a glowing orb that emitted a soothing light. Holding the orb, Jack approached the wolf cautiously. The wolf calmed down and stepped aside, allowing Jack to enter the cave. Inside the cave, Jack found a puzzle etched into the wall. The puzzle required him to arrange stones in a specific order to reveal the path forward. At first, Jack tried to solve it quickly, but his impatience led to mistakes. Frustrated, he paused and took a deep breath. He recalled his mother's words about thinking things through. Taking his time, Jack carefully analyzed the puzzle and eventually solved it. A hidden door opened, revealing a small chest. Jack opened the chest, expecting to find gold and jewels. Instead, he found a note that read, "The greatest treasure lies in the lessons you've learned and the choices you've made." Confused and disappointed, Jack left the cave. As he exited the forest, Jack was greeted by the old man from before. The man smiled and said, "You've passed the tests, Jack. You showed kindness, courage, and patience, qualities more valuable than any material treasure." Jack realized the truth in the old man's words. He returned home with a newfound sense of wisdom and maturity. When he told his mother about his adventure, she beamed with pride. From that day on, Jack became known not for his impulsiveness but for his thoughtfulness and generosity. He used the lessons he learned to help others in the village, earning their respect and admiration. And so, Jack's story became a tale passed down through generations, teaching the timeless moral: true treasure lies not in riches but in the values and virtues we uphold.